Welcome to Celebrity Home Shopping. I'm your host Samir and I'm happy to have me.
On today's special episode, we're taking a look at the One, which at over 100,000 square feet, it's the largest home built in modern history.
Let's take a look inside. Here's what we like about this house. Actually, before we start, let me tell you a little bit about the home. This home took over 10 years to build, built by a film producer turned home developer named Nile Niami. He's built and sold a ton of other spec homes, and this was his biggest.
He originally planned on selling it for $500 million, but quickly dropped that price to $350 million.
With no buyers, the home went into bankruptcy in October and is now going into auction. Got all that? Now let's proceed.
We love the entrance walkway that greets you when you get to the home.
Imagine walking down this path every day as you come home. Thinking about how you paid hundreds of $millions for your very own fancy art museum, Airport City.
We love that the home has biometric scanners to get in.
Having to carry keys around is one of the worst human experiences, so getting to go inside with your finger is a big bonus. P.S. This is Niall below me, and this is a guy named Producer Michael. A lot of screenshots in this vid may have them in them. Thank you, Producer Michael, for all the screenshots from your video.
We love this 360-degree rotating art that greets you when you walk inside.
That's cool, I guess. I don't really know anything about art.
We love the massive size of the family room.
I can already spot my lump zone in here.
If you turn around in here, you could see the kitchen, and we love that.
I think this is the main kitchen. There are a few other kitchens in this place, including a massive restaurant-sized kitchen. But I haven't been able to find pics, but if I do, I'll be sure to let you all know.
It has one of these top brewer coffee machines.
This thing has a pop-up iPad, and it'll pretty much make you any kind of drink you want. From what I read, it costs at least $15,000 though to install. Probably more for something custom like this. If you do the math, that comes out to $3,005 iced coffees. You decide if that's worth it.
We love the LAHP.
Long-ass hallway pantry. This home has so many LAHs. Long-ass hallways. Here's another one in the basement level. And another one. Another one. And another one. You'll hit your 10,000 step daily goal pretty easily in this home. With the size of this home, you'll probably break even 20,000 steps a day.
In the cigar room, we like these couches.
These look like they could provide some of the best lumping we've ever seen. If you're looking for me in this home and you can't find me, chances are I'm lumping on one of these couches with a 100-pound weighted blanket on me.
In this bedroom, we love this giant circle mirror.
There's never been a better time in history to be a circle mirror. Even though I'm a pretty loyal Kohler toilet guy, this home is fitted throughout with automatic Toto toilets. The seat comes up as you approach. Check it out.
Look at the sink.
At 4,000 square feet, the main bedroom is the biggest one we've ever seen. That's 500 square feet bigger than the one Drake has in his $100 million Toronto home. And it's got pretty much everything, so you never need to leave your main bedroom if you don't want to.
It has this kitchen area, a living room, an office, and views.
Imagine waking up to these views with you and some of your closest friends.
We love the wood floors in here.
After all of the stone we've seen around this home, it's nice to see some wood. It was beginning to feel a little bit too much like a cave.
The main bedroom has this cool TV that slides around in place if you want. Here's a rendering of how that works. It has a his and hers bath, and we love that in the men's bath it has a toilet area, a shower big enough to cry in to think about how you're going to make next month's $295 million mortgage payment, and a steam room.
We usually hate freestanding tubs because they look super uncomfortable, but this one has some built-in pillows and we love that. It's very important to keep your head supported and well taken care of at all times.
It has its own balcony and pool. Here's a full view of that main bedroom suite.
At over 100,000 square feet, this home is more a resort than a home, and it's full of amenities.
It has this bar. It has a bowling alley, which comes with bowling shoes for all your guests. It has a huge theater.
These vacuum lines are doing things to me right now.
Here it is from another angle.
So many lump zones.
It has a beauty salon.
Where you can get yourself a nice shampoo.
It has pedicure stations. It has a huge gym.
Those vacuum lines again.
It has random art galleries like this one and this one.
I don't know anything about art.
It has a 10,000 bottle sauce closet.
Just thinking about all the vintage ranch I could keep in a place like this.
It has a wellness area, which includes an indoor saltwater pool. It even has a juice bar.
Do you need staff for this? I spend most of my life searching for refreshing drinks. Having your own juice bar could really come in handy to fulfill that need.
It has an actual nightclub with its own lounge area, a VIP area, and it even has these spaces to chill. That's the club wing from the outside.
It has its own separate entrance from the street, so club goers won't be creeping around the rest of your home if you don't want them to.
There's this main pool. Here's a better shot of it, with ample spaces to lump.
If you look at this overhead view, the club pool was number 1, the main pool is number 2, number 3 is the main bedroom pool, and number 4 is the moat.
It goes around most of the property.
And to avoid having to put a glass wall to block the view from the grass, he put this lower level track around the home.
It goes all the way around.
This track will also help you reach your new 20,000 step daily step goal.
It has a roof deck with a bar area and tons of views. There's par 3 putting. It has this huge grassy lawn.
I looked at every blade of this grass and I couldn't find a single weed.
It has this glass art.
Something about this art makes me want to dive face first through it. The home has over 7,000 square feet of space just for the staff.
You can get to it this way. Here's what one of the suites look like.
Are you all hiring? After all those amenities, finally we love these 2 palm trees. Here's what we hate about this house.
We hate how hard it is just to get to the home.
I was a little bored last time I was in LA, so I drove up to see it. There's the $350 million home. And even though Google Maps says only 5 minutes, this is at least a 10-minute drive. And it's uphill and full of all these windy turns. Not something you want to do every day. Although one cool thing about the drive is you pass some celeb homes like you see this one. That's the Weekend's home that we reviewed a couple weeks ago. Link in comments if you want to see that review. I know you're saying, duh, Samir, I'll just take my helicopter to avoid that drive. But there's nowhere to park a helicopter. Apparently he wasn't approved for one, which is really sad.
In the entrance, we hate all these Dustville, USA fake flowers.
You got to see this clip of what he said about these.
I've learned over time that we really need to start sustaining and trying to do things where we don't just waste. So this is one thing that we found. All of my flowers are artificial. It's a bigger cost at first, but then you don't need to
feel real.
You don't need to worry about them staining and dropping, and you don't need to worry about sustainability.
I guess.
We hate the suede walls throughout the home.
First off, this is going to really annoy me because I'm going to want it all to go the same way. So I'm going to be constantly walking around trying to fix that. Second, if you rub up against this the wrong way, you'll have to call a wall cleaning company to come and clean some stains out.
We hate that you'll need a Roomba army to keep this place clean.
I love to think about these Roombas being in a pack, like wolves, going around the home and keeping things nice and clean. In that case, we'd love the Roomba army. They'd be more like Roomba friends. And that warms my heart.
We hate the outlet location throughout the home.
At this price, you'd think we'd have come up with something better than even having outlets. We hate how low they are too. There's only one thing that should get plugged when you bend over, and it's not an appliance.
We hate this kind of lighting. They've done it throughout the home.
This is a lazy way to do lighting. This is trying to be fancy, but in reality, it's ingrown track lighting. This is the right way to do it.
Speaking of bad lighting, we hate these chandeliers.
They look like rooster rings.
And we hate that these look like Saturn.
I don't want to have to think about astronomy while I'm eating manicotti.
We hate that this carpet isn't straight.
This is my personal hell.
We hate this sauce closet right next to the dining room.
Having them this close means your guests are going to ask for some, and what if they're not worthy? There's no way you could say no with them right here. This is probably biometric too, so it's not like you could say you don't have your keys to open it.
In the cigar room, we hate these Playboy covers on the wall.
This is very LOL.
We hate this little butler's pantry. In the main bedroom, we hate the glass wall pool.
This is a fun idea in theory, but you don't really want other people watching you from the side like you're in a Shark Tank. It's only good if you want people to take influencer photos of you in the water.
In the her side of the main bathroom, we hate this freestanding tub.
It looks like half an egg. Let me devil it up real quick though. Now it actually looks delicious.
We hate the candy room.
Having a candy room seems like a lot of work. Like you really want to tell everyone about your candy room to use this room, but do you really want to be spending thousands of dollars on candy a month? You got to be proactively telling people about this room or everything will go pretty stale pretty quickly. And to that I say, no thanks.
Even though we love the vacuum lines in the gym, you should have used that black professional rubber flooring.
Could we get some more equipment in here too? Fill this place up.
We hate the visible IT room.
This place has like $1 million of IT equipment, so Nile thought it would be a cool idea to show it off. which maybe makes sense if you want to sell this home to a crypto billionaire dork, but I wouldn't do something like this.
In the wellness area, we hate the live wall.
Do you have to mow this kind of thing? How do they make a sideways mower?
We hate how long it's going to take to fluff all these pillows. In the nightclub, we hate this camera system he put in.
Watch this clip and see what I mean.
So this is the her side. See these plates right here? That's for a monitor. And then if you come into the his side, these are the urinals. And I'm gonna have cameras here looking at the guys, putting the image in the girls' bathroom.
That's honestly the most deranged, unhinged, and brain-broken idea I've ever heard.
And finally, we hate how Leakville, USA this roof is going to be throughout the home.
Flat roofs always have leak problems, and since there's space built on top of all the roof of this home, you're bound to have a ton of leaks, which may take you weeks or months to find, which by then it could be full of black mold, and I'd hate to imagine what that could do to you. This home ranked 4 out of 5 on the Homies home ranking scale. As always, welcome to the Stats After Show, where we take a deeper dive into the stats. Wow, that was a journey. This is definitely the longest episode we've ever had. But at 100,000 square feet, there was a lot to go over. Obviously, this home is insane. Gave it a 4 ranking because all this stuff is pretty cool. But let me tell you something about billionaires and rich people. They will overspend on location, like being in the coolest building in New York City or on the right island in Florida, but they won't overspend on amenities. And this home just has too much to maintain. Which, if you want to live this kind of lifestyle, it's exponentially cheaper to just go out and do it than host it at your home. It is what I'd think of like a modern Versailles, like a castle that had a moat, but just modern style. But again, I don't like homes that are just large for the sake of being large. The space needs to really be useful, and this has a lot of just oversized, unnecessary space. This would probably be a pretty cool resort or a hotel, but they'd have to charge like $50,000 a night just to make it worth it to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if no one bids on it in the auction, actually. Mansions often have way more bathrooms than bedrooms, but I don't think that's crazy. 49 bathrooms is only about a bathroom per 2,000 square feet. And if you had a 2,000 square foot home, you'd have at least 2, maybe 3 bathrooms. And it's honestly dangerous to hold it in. That's not very good for your body. So having them nearby is really important for your health. Thanks again to producer Michael's video for a lot of these screenshots. I wouldn't have had some of these views without those screenshots, so thank you. What did you all rank it, and what did you love and hate about it? Let me know in the comments. And also, hey Nile, would love to visit it and tour it in person if I can. See y'all next episode. As always, a super special thank you to our Patreon Iced Coffee supporters. That's patreon.com/Samir. With your support, I can be a winner and have a $5 iced coffee every day, so thank you. I want to give a special shout out to our Patreon Plus producers at Spencer, Zachary, Melissa, Dan, Teddy, Megan, Lauren, Henry, Gretchen, Julie, Bargov, Ellen, Paul, Alyssa, Ann, Colin, Mike, Sarah, Emmy, and Farry. Thank you so much. And here are our Patreon producers. Give them all a round of applause. Thank you once again.